All right, y'all, welcome to the show. Wild, wild day, if I don't say so myself. Apparently, New York City has now morphed into Mars. The sky is bright orange. Even here in DC, you look up and the sky is this like little red dot, which looks like something out of a sci-fi movie. Of course, this is because Canadian wildfires are, blowing in smoke and making everything look insane. The air quality is horrendous. Crazy situation. I got some stuff on that a little bit later. We also have, look, it happened, man. It was, 2 years ago or so, Pat Robertson retired. Now, rest in peace to the king of stupid, because he's gone now. He has departed this earth. So I'm not going to talk too much about that. In fact, here, I'll just give you guys a run through right now. If you ever have a rainy day, do yourself a favor. Go to YouTube, type in Secular Talk Pat Robertson, and have a field day. Because we've covered this guy for a decade, and he was constant, fruitful, hilarious material because he's just that much of a moron. So just look, cursory glance, we'll go through some of these here, but watch. Barely alive, Pat Robertson, horny for nuclear war. Pat Robertson says Putin invasion ordered by God. Kyle distraught by Pat Robertson retiring. Quote, we lost the king of stupid. It's true. When he left, there was a void on this show. He said universal basic income is, quote, utterly insane. Pat Robertson said woke corporations are just like the Nazis. Towards the end of his time on his show, he apparently turned on Donald Trump, which was fun for everybody. It was hilarious to watch. Pat Robertson says Trump is going to win and usher in end times. He said that before the 2020 election, about the 2020 election, and then, of course, Donald Trump did not win. This goes to show you his track record when it comes to predictions that he made. But in some ways, look, compared to the standards of today, in some ways, he was a moderate. He had no problem with trans people, for example. He hated gay people with a burning passion, but randomly, soft spot for trans people. He came out towards the end of his time on his show and said the new Alabama abortion law is so extreme that he opposed it. He was in favor of banning assault weapons, for example. So very, very strange guy, very, very bizarre guy. He ran for president in the 1980s and won a couple states, almost won the Republican primary. He would have been a guy to usher in complete Christian fundamentalist theocracy if he had won. But then you also have moments like this. He said, God told me and George H.W. Bush to start a war. And we did. He says that he's prayed away hurricanes. He's blamed gay people for 9/11, gay people for hurricanes hitting the country. Again, do yourself a favor. We won't talk anymore about this, but if you have a rainy day, you're relaxing, go to YouTube, type in Secular Talk Pat Robertson. Have fun. But rest in peace to the big guy. My guess is he's not in the place that he thinks he's going to end up. That's my guess. The rest of the show today, incredible stuff. We got new bombshell breaking news about how apparent evidence. People are saying this is now absolute proof that not only do UFOs exist, but now aliens, they're saying for sure exist. We're going to cover that in just a second. And then later on in the show, we'll get to much more stuff, including Steve Bannon goes to war with Republicans. He goes to war with Marjorie Taylor Greene and Jim Jordan and others. Trump was caught making tens of millions of dollars from foreign governments while president. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it. This story came out, Las Vegas local news here. They've been working on it for a little bit. Apparently, there was this big story, huge issue, where in Las Vegas, a family called 911 and they claimed, look, we just saw this weird, bright thing crash into our backyard. It's an alien spaceship. There are people/aliens who are 8 feet tall to 10 feet tall who are like wandering around our backyard with these big-ass eyes. They call the cops. The cops investigate. I know all this sounds totally unbelievable. Let's play the local news clip and we'll react as we go here.
It is the police call everybody will be talking about. Thanks for joining us here at 6 o'clock. I'm Denise Valdez.
I'm Brian Loftus. A family says something crashed into their backyard, prompting them to call 911, saying they saw creatures walking around.
Our 8 News Now investigators digging into this for weeks now. And tonight, our David Sharns with the video you will only see on 8 News Now. David?
Right, Denise, sources telling the 8 News Now investigators that several agencies believe something landed or crashed. Whether it was non-humans or not, it certainly scared the people living on this property. Now, before we show you that video, listen to their call for help.
There's like an 8-foot person beside it, and another one's inside, and it has big eyes and looking at us, and it's still there.
Okay, where is this on your property?
In my backyard. I swear to God, this is not a joke. This is actually, we're terrified of it.
So there's two people or two subjects that are in your backyard?
Correct, and they're very large. They're like 8 foot, 9 feet, 10 foot. I don't know. They look like aliens to us. Big eyes. They have big eyes, like I can't explain it. And big mouth. They're shiny eyes, and they're not human. They're 100% they're not human.
Okay.
Well, the 8 News Now investigators obtaining video as officers then responded to the call you just heard. You'll see the officers also saw something in the sky that night, but the big question is, what was it, and is it all connected?
Leave her alone.
It's almost midnight on May 1st when a Las Vegas Metro police officer's body cam catches this, something flashing low in the sky.
911 emergency.
So far, let's call it what it is. Let's call a spade a spade. Kind of crazy, kind of weird, kind of wild, kind of questionable. Right? Right? I mean, I'm not a cynic, but I am a skeptic, and I look at that and I'm like, bizarre. I'll give you that. Certainly bizarre. What the hell's going on here?
An 8 foot person beside it, and another one's inside, and it has big eyes and looking at us, and it's still there.
Someone calls 911 reporting two large figures in their backyard.
No, I'm still nervous right now.
The 8 News Now investigators obtaining another officer's video as he's sent to the Northwest Valley home.
I have butterflies, bro. I've only saw a shooting star, then these people say there's aliens in their backyard.
By now, it's more than an hour after that bright light. Officers meeting up with the caller and his family.
What'd you see?
It was like a big creature.
A big creature?
Yeah, like around 10 feet tall.
I'm not going to BS you guys. One of my partners said they saw something fall out of the sky too, so that's why I'm kind of curious. Did you see anything land in your backyard, or?
They see like a big, that's what they say. They see like a big something with light.
What I saw right now, I do believe in it.
Let's just pause here to point out these people don't look intoxicated. They seem reasonable. They seem rational. And they are telling sort of a wild story, but let's continue.
I'm not going to BS you guys. One of my partners said they saw something fall out of the sky too, so that's why I'm kind of curious. Did you see anything land in your backyard, or?
They see like a big, that's what they say. They see like a big something with light.
What I saw right now, I do believe in it.
Police walk into the backyard to investigate, but Metro blacked out that part of the video because it's considered private property. What's clear, they're taking this call seriously.
That's the first red flag right there. You blacked out the video because it's private property? Whoa. Hold on. This is the backyard of those people you were just talking to. They seem reasonable. They seem kind. They seem to want to get their story out there. They would definitely give you permission to show what's ever in the backyard. Why'd you actually black it out? That's the first red flag. Keep it real. That's the first red flag. It's like, that story makes no sense. Amazing story, 8 foot tall aliens, big eyes, spaceship crashes. We're gonna go look at it. And sorry, we can't show it because private property, bro. Private property, bro. First red flag.
Hey, this might sound like a really dumb question, but did you guys see anything fall out of the sky?
Asking others what they saw.
I would normally discount it as nothing. However, seeing as one of my partners said they saw it too, only reason I'm actually investigating it further.
That investigation turning up no concrete answers as of Wednesday. Whatever or whoever fell into that yard, long gone within minutes.
Oh, hey, if those 9 foot beings come back, don't call us, all right? Deal with it yourself. I ain't dealing with that.
So yeah, this is quite weird, Brian was saying as we're watching this story. Now, we've been in contact with the family in that video, and as you heard in that 911 call, they seem very reasonable and honestly quite scared as you heard them in the call. No, they don't seem impaired in any way. And whatever crashed by the time that police got there was gone, but sources say that there's really no dispute. Something was in their yard. Exactly what?
Let's try to break this down as clear-minded as possible. Here are the options. Here's what's on the menu. Either it's a hoax. It's just a total hoax. Somebody's playing a prank. There's a bunch of people who are in on it. It was, well-crafted. It took time, etc. It could be a psyop, which is like, hey, let's try to divert your attention from the real stuff that's going on, which you should be paying attention to. We're going to divert your attention. It's effectively the squirrel approach. That's possible too. It could be a real story, but there's a natural explanation. Apparently, this is an area with a lot of military bases. They do a lot of testing in the region. Could be a natural explanation somehow in that respect. The other option is it's real and it's an alien explanation. Now, here's my question. You got this amazing story. You got 8 to 10 foot tall things that are not human with big eyes that are staring at you. You got a spaceship crashing. We have the spaceship crashing on video. I mean, it is a little questionable because it's just a bright light that seems to go down. It could be a meteorite, could be some military equipment or whatever. But let's put that aside for a second. Let's say it's a spaceship that crashed. You're telling me you guys stopped paying attention at some point and they got in their aircraft and left? You have no pictures of them. You have no pictures of the spaceship. You have, apparently they left and they don't even tell a story as to what happened when they left, how they left. My guess is if aliens crash in your backyard, you're going to keep your eyes on them the entire time. You're not going to, hey, I'm going to go grab a pretzel and go to the bathroom and I'll come back and look at the aliens later. No, you're going to keep your eyes on the aliens. And so there's no pictures. There's no videos. There's not even a story as to how and why the aliens left and what the mechanism was of them leaving. I thought the spaceship crashed, and now you're telling me the spaceship isn't even in the backyard? There's no trace of these alien things that were there. So how do you explain any of that, right? Guys, I want to be clear. My position is not, this is fake. And my position is not, this is real. My position is, I don't know what's going on. Complete and utter agnosticism, 100% agnosticism. I don't have any answers. I don't know what's going on. It could be a hoax. It could be a psyop. It could be real with a natural explanation. It could be real with an alien explanation. I don't know. I don't know. But why the hell is this the big story? And your ass was this close to proven beyond any doubt at all that aliens and UFOs are real. And God, we blinked and they're gone. They're not here anymore. Where's the spaceship? Where's the aliens? You got no pictures. You got no videos when they crashed and landed in your backyard. And then even when the cops go to the backyard, we blacked it out because private property or something. What? You would have had 80% of the country convinced if your ass just took an iPhone picture or an iPhone video. Show some weird alien aircraft with some weird red-ass smoke coming off of it. Show it levitating above the ground. Show a weird, slimy, 9-foot-tall creature with the weird-ass eyes, walking in a way that human beings are not capable of walking, laying on the ground with a broken leg. Show any of that stuff, and boom, 80% of the country is like, God damn, this is real. But instead, we get what we get in every single UFO story and every single alien story, which is like, we got a little bit of something, a little bit of, some sprinkles of evidence, but bro, we just missed the thing that would have conclusively proved it beyond any reasonable doubt. Where are the pictures? Where's the video? Where's the first-hand explanation as to if the ship left and the aliens left? How did they leave? They didn't put that in the story. Seems kind of important to the story, right? So, look, again, I want to be clear. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm not saying it did happen. I'm saying I don't know. I'm saying total agnosticism. I'm saying I don't know what went down. Because you really had an opportunity here to be like, here's the pictures. Here's the videos. Here's the 7 witnesses who saw it firsthand. And instead we get, by the time we went back there, they were gone. What? All right. There you have it. I mean, I don't know what else to say about it. We're getting close. We're getting close to some sort of definitive answer. But ultimately, it falls short. Because there are no pictures. There is no video straight up firsthand. There are no 7 witnesses given a detailed explanation. It's all vague. We think, we don't know. This thing happened, kind of, but they're not there now. I'll leave it all to you guys. You tell me what you think. But it's a wild-ass story, but it could be a hoax. It could be a psyop. It could be real, but with a natural explanation. Or it could be aliens. I don't know. I don't think you do either. And so we'll just end it at that. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.